Welcome back to the Bakersfield Motorsports Power Hour. I'm Mike Griffith, Bakersfield, California motorsports rider. This is the Kern County Raceway Park segment, and Steve Hughes usually is sitting over there. Microphone's vacant. No Steve Hughes. Yep. Hold it. That's a good-looking Steve Hughes. But he's got some meetings out there at KCRP, so he wasn't able to make it in. But we do have these things called telephones. They invented 2 or 3 years ago, and I think we've got Steve on the phone. You there, Steve?
Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm here. Thanks for having me on over the phone lines this morning. Well,
no problem. I want to be real quick because I've been not mentioning this on the other segments. I forgot. Going to be the last Power Hour for at least 2 weeks because I've got to go get cut on Monday. So I'm going to be in a sling for a while. So we'll see what's going to happen there, but at least see when we get back to the Power Hour. But you've got some racing going on. You had some racing last Friday night. Friday night, got to remember that. The first segment of the second Motor City Throwdown United Series. And Donna Parent sending some shots. I see 3 wides here, the 40 car and the 4 car, and just a 3-wide shot there. So how was the racing out there on Friday night?
The racing was fantastic, as advertised. You know, we knew we were going to get some more cars. We had 18 B-mods show up for the first segment of the second round of the Motor City Throwdown United Series. So we were very pleased with that turnout, and the net result of that was some fantastic racing with Clint Rickenback coming from the 4th starting position to win again and go back-to-back at Kern County Raceway.
I've got one slide up here. It looks like Brylan Holder may have got a tire here. It looks like, or they're right next to, there's 4 cars, and they're real close to that tire. Did the big old tire get moved a little closer to the edge of the track?
It certainly did. You know, the last time the B-Mods were at Kern County Raceway at the dirt track, a lot of drivers really went up and onto the apron, which caused a very dusty condition. So we moved some of those big tractor tires out a few feet and then put a chalk line down in front of them, so they gave them, you know, a 1-foot buffer zone there. And I tell you what, even though we narrowed the track up a little bit, I think it benefited certainly from the race fans' point of view. A lot better racing and used up a lot of that racing surface, especially in the corners.
Well, I wouldn't say you narrowed the track. You put the track back into its proper dimensions.
Yeah.
And made the racers stay on the racetrack.
That's exactly what we did. Yeah, we narrowed the track up. We didn't make it any wider. We made the corners, which are about 90 feet wide. We narrowed them up to about 80 feet. So it worked out.
It worked out. So you got Clint Reichenbach there with the win, and his second straight win. He's 2 for 2 there now at the dirt track at KCRP. Nick Spainhoward came in second. Michael Johnson third. Garrett Jernigan fourth. Billy Simpkins 5th place finish. When Clint got the lead, big win or close?
No, it was, Michael Johnson was coming. There was a yellow flag late. Michael Johnson spun early and had to go to the back of the pack, and he had worked his way through the entire field up to 3rd position and was putting the pressure on Spainhoward late in the race, with that, especially with that late caution. Of course, we do side-by-side restarts, the Texas restart, where the leader is out on an island by himself, and then it's 2 wide all the way to the back of the field. And with that late caution, really made an exciting run to the finish.
That's good and interesting. I don't have a slide, but Shane DeVolder finished 6th there and went across town the next night on Saturday night, got the win there. And with passing points and stuff, it was really close. And he got the $500 bonus over Garrett Jernigan for a 2nd place in the extra, I guess, the Motor City Throwdown cash.
Yeah, he certainly did. Shane DeVolder did a fantastic job here for the first time being at the dirt track at Kern County Raceway. Started 14th and had worked his way up into 4th. Before that late caution, he dropped back a little bit, might have missed the setup when the track went a little slick late in the race, but ended up finishing 6th. So he was the big mover. He also got an additional $50 bonus courtesy of Jeff Miller Mobile Home Service on that night, who threw in an extra $300 in bonuses here at the dirt track and at the Bakersfield Speedway on Friday and Saturday night. So he earned himself a $50 bonus here on Friday night, and then took home the big money from Motor City GMC on Saturday.
Yeah, because there were bonuses for winning the heat race, first crashed out, stuff like that. So good for Jeff Miller stepping up and tossing a little more money on the pile for these guys.
Absolutely, and I think both tracks, speaking of that, about cars crashing out, we didn't see any of that here at the dirt track at Kern County Raceway or at the Bakersfield Speedway. They started 23 on Saturday night. I think they finished 22. We started 18 and finished 17. So, man, what a great testament to how those drivers were really respecting each other and not getting themselves in too sticky of a situation there and having some crashes. So it was a great evening out here at Kern County Raceway.
That's good. Kind of a new concept. I think it worked out, and could be some more type of this stuff going on next year. Certainly, if find some sponsors, maybe some different divisions involved as well.
Man, I sure hope so. That's been our goal from day one is to work together on this whole deal. And as you saw, I mean, both tracks have experienced some declining car counts in that B mod division or sport mod division. And when you can get 18 of them here and then 23 of them the very next night, I think that's got some momentum there.
Yeah. You also had some American stock racing out there. We got a picture of the Johnson boys side by side on the racetrack. I understand that was a very good finish in that race as well, and maybe a little bump and run there, maybe a little dinner time talk or
no
breakfast
doubt
table
about
talk.
that. Yeah, those Johnson brothers put on a fantastic show, and they were nose to tail. The younger of the two brothers, of course, Nicholas. Yeah, had the opportunity to punch Cody out a couple of times coming out of turn number 4, but they showed some respect to each other, and Cody was able to outrun him late in the race to get the win.
Yeah, and you don't want to, these guys don't want to, wreck their cars and work on them any more than they have to either. Come on. That's a lot of work. And Gary Spiller there came in 3rd, Kylie Conway 4th, and Candy Varney in the car she won a couple weeks ago in the Racing for Ronald. Charity event at Bakersfield Speedway, finished 5th. 1 ticket she bought. Did you know that? 1 ticket.
I did not know that. You didn't have to rub that in.
She bought 1. How many did you buy?
I think I bought 2. Yeah.
She bought 1.
Yeah.
$10 ticket. She won a car. I bought 2.
Good for her.
I bought 2. So, I think that's partly your car and my car.
Yeah, I think it is. Here's the deal. I'm so happy to see that car actually out on the racetrack. In the past they had offered up, a monetary compensation if you didn't want the race car, and folks were taking the money. I'm so glad that Tim and Candy took the car, and 1 week later we're racing the deal. So that's a pretty cool thing. Yeah,
that's a cool thing. And then you also had the U.S. Western Midgets out there. How'd that one go?
Good. Great racing, nose to tail throughout. Really enjoy that series. And I'll tell you, a local guy winning it, it couldn't have been any better.
David Pickett with the win there. Ashley Hazelton Heredia, second.
Her first podium at Kern County Raceway as a newlywed, so happy for her. And then Annie Breidinger finishing up in 3rd.
Right. So it's a pretty good race out there. And I forgot to mention earlier, Corey Elliott won a midget race. Big
awesome.
midget.
Where were they?
Were they at Ventura? I don't remember. I just remember when I was in Nashville, I saw it, and then I said, "Oh, okay, that's good." And then, of course, I forgot about it by the time I got back to Bakersfield. But a good win for Corey Elliott as well. So locals doing well everywhere. Now you're back switching to asphalt this weekend. Big race out there with the late model twins, the super stocks, the spec mods, 3 divisions on the big half mile. Then you're going to throw in Bandoleros, mini dwarfs, and the Golden Empire Supermoto.
No, Golden Empire Supermoto is not till our next race.
So
that's, that's a mistake on
my part.
I looked on our schedule; it doesn't show it, but that's right, man. Lots of racing going on. Our summer break is over. The kids are back in school. I kind of have if you could see my mouth right now, half of it's smiling and half of it's frowning. I'm off of vacation now, but I'm back to racing, so I'm kind of split emotions there. And this is we're going to do some makeup races on this night for our youth divisions, the Bandoleros and the junior and senior mini dwarfs. So gates are going to open at 5:30, and we're going to go right into racing for those youth divisions. We'll get their first main events done so the fans can see them We'll highlight them, of course, during our opening ceremonies. They'll get a trophy for that race as well. We'll have our regular on-track autograph session, and then we'll go right into a full race schedule starting at 7, which, you're having 6 divisions and then 10 total main events during that entire day from 5:30 to about 9:30, 9:45 when we get done.
So are we saying that the bandos and the mini dwarfs are running dual main events?
They are running dual main events.
So they're running the early one's kind of a makeup one
right,
and then the next one is a regular one. So dual main events for these guys.
Dual main events for the NX Bandoleros and dual main events for the Mini Dwarfs, both divisions. So 6 divisions racing, but we're actually going to have 10 main events from the time we open the gates at 5:30 to the time we finish later that evening. I mean, this is such a big night, Mike. We had to have 2 sponsors cover this one. So our great partners, Fastenal and, of course, KGET, coming on board for this return to racing at Kern County Raceway.
Well, that's a good deal. And, of course, in the late models, that's what we're going to keep our eye on, twin late models there. And Trevor Hudson, who finished second to Bakersfield's Derek Thorne down in what's probably going to be the last Southwest Tour race at Irwindale Event Center, Irwindale Speedway on last Saturday.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got some tools. And is he leading the points, or is he right now? Because I know it changes every weekend. So he's probably dropped back.
I haven't seen the update. Usually they update it on Wednesdays, so I have not checked the updated points yet. But it's going to really come down to the final race for us, which is the Budweiser NASCAR Championship night on September 16th. It's really going to come down to that final weekend of racing for those NASCAR-eligible races in late September. So we're excited about that, man. Trevor Huddleston has had great success up here at Kern County Raceway. And of course, leading points here at our track and leading the points down at Irwindale Event Center, Irwindale Speedway. And he's really set himself up to get a good shot at that NASCAR National Championship, and we're just excited to be part of it.
Okay, with that, get out there. 7 o'clock earlier for the mini drawers. We got to go. We got 3 seconds. Thanks for calling in, Steve. We'll be back next week.
Thanks, Mike. All right, bud. Appreciate you having me. Have a good one.
Okay, thank you.
All righty. Bye-bye.